G'day lovely people and welcome back to Nat's Knackers Yard. I'll be Nat, this will be my Knackers Yard, and this will be Roo, the XVS 650 dragster. 2 seconds. Excuse me. Right, what's going on? Today is Tuesday, it's daytime, I'm fucking around with bikes, I'm blatantly bunking off work. I'm not, I've booked the day off. Today's my birthday, so I thought what I want to do doing things I really enjoy doing. Not that I don't enjoy work, but you know, things that I want to do. So what am I going to do? What was I going to do? I was going to try and MOT this. Now I am a big fan, and I've said it before on other uploads about pre-MOT checks. Saves you money, saves you time, etc, etc. And I was having a quick look over yesterday, day before, can't remember. Everything was fine. Lights, indicators, brakes, pads, headstock clearances. It wasn't catching anything. There was no grinding, there's no catching, there's no... all good. It wasn't until I checked the tyres again. Now the tyres on this are, you know, there's loads of life left on them. Absolutely tons. But that wasn't the issue, and I might have to get another light here. Now that is nasty. That deep cracks in the treads. Now I've missed those. Now bearing in mind that I had that wheel off and given it a quick tiny polish, I didn't even notice it anyway. It wasn't until the light called it properly that I saw it. Now that wheel is huge, and there is, oh, I wouldn't even like to, my maths isn't good enough to work out circumference of a circle, you know, and all that sort of pi r squared is volume. Yeah, anyway, it's a handspan distance. So, you know, sod's law, an MOT inspector might not have seen that, might have just looked at them anywhere else, if that was under the mudguard or under the wheel, etc, and gone, no, that's fine. That is not the point. This isn't about making bikes that get through MOT. It's about making bikes that are safe, that are as reliable as we can make them between us, and somebody's going to enjoy, or I'm going to enjoy. The MOT inspector may have missed that. I doubt it, but he may have missed it. The poor sod sat on it doing 70 down the motorway when it booms, wouldn't, and front wheel, that's just gonna ruin someone's day. So what? I've delayed the MOT. I've spoken to a local firm about getting tyres, getting a tyre put on it. They could have done it, and I would have ended up with a non-matching pair. I'm not anal enough to need a matching pair. However, I've checked the back. I can't see any cracking, but I don't want to risk it. That is, you know, that is I'm willing to put money on. That was the down point when it was laid up for 12 months, and it's flattened the tyre, flattened out, and then as it's been pumped up, it's just given up and cracked. Now, if it's done that on the front, could well have done that on the back, but actually, if I'm doing one, may as well do both. So it's booked in on Saturday for 2 new tyres and an MOT. So that's till Saturday. Now, what am I going to do today? Well, there's bits that I haven't got to on this on cleaning that that I want to give a quick go today, till about lunchtime. Lunchtime I've got an appointment, got an eye appointment. Don't ask, I'll go into that in a separate video. In fact, no, I'll go into it now. One of the subscribers pointed out when I was whinging about, you know, fogging up and trying to sort out my helmet for audio, about biking glasses that you can get where you just clip in the lenses. I've gone for those. I've got those this morning. Thanks very much, the good lady in the family. And I'm going to go for an eye test at lunchtime and get some lenses put in. I'll do a review of them, how they are, once I've got the lenses in, and you can have a proper look. I'll try and do that as a standalone, for people that aren't interested in me pissing around with bikes but just having the same issues as me, and I'll do it as a standalone upload, as a review. No sponsorship, none of that gadget. That's not the point. I'm a biker and a tinkerer. I like to give my opinions, and if people can, you know, take it or leave it, but it's certainly not sponsored, and I'm certainly not under anyone's thumb to give a review. So And then in the afternoon, I think what I might do is have a bit of a bounce around some of the local bike shops that I've not really looked in before, and potentially look at the next bike. I might take you along on that, I might not. I'll see how it goes. It might not be this upload, it might be another one. So what am I going to do? I'm going to look at the exhaust now. As much as I'm tempted to take off the exhaust, it's not the exhaust that I need to get to, it is the chromy bits. I don't really want to take off the exhaust because I think those header bolts, the exhaust bolts, are dodgy, and I don't want to cock myself over prior to taking it to MOT, so I don't want to take the whole exhaust off, but I think I might be able to get some of this off. If I can, great. If I can't, no, I'll just polish it in situ. Ditto with some of the covers as well. So I'm going to roll the bike back. It looks all dusty as fook, but that's just for the offshoot of the polisher. But yeah, it's just a bit mucky. Imagine that'll blow off on the way to the MOT centre. Right, so let's get on with that. I'm going to roll it back a little bit more space and see what we can get to. Right, so that's the bike back a little bit. But one of the bits I wanted to show I forgot is the wing mirrors. They're back on and they're looking really good. Now I'm going to see if I can, I don't know, drop in a still or a shot or a video of what they look like when they arrived just here. And that's what they look like after. Now that is a very quick blast with the older foam on the end of the angle grinder. I wasn't really paying a great deal of attention because I wasn't expecting to get anywhere, frankly. So it's that, a little bit of time on the polisher, and it looks really good, I think. Yeah, cool. Happy with that. Right, and there we go. I've broken into my birthday present from my missus, or part of it, which was microfiber cloth, which she bought as a bit of a piss take, but actually it's more useful than I think she possibly imagined. Right. Bling, 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 bling. That's about as good as I can go. Some bits have come up beautifully. Other bits are harder to get to, and I haven't stripped. I was going to try and strip the exhaust off, or at least the covers off, but I could get them off. They're rusted on, but it's not terminal. But I just can't be bothered, frankly. I risk damaging more than I will gain by doing, if you catch my drift. Now the only bit that I've got left to do is the wing mirrors. Wing mirrors, fuck's sake, why do I always get wing mirrors and indicators mixed up? Is the indicators, but I'll do those later because I am running out of time before I have to get to opticians so I can get a prescription, so I can get my new funky driving glasses. Right. Just for curiosity's sake, as much as anything else. Right, let's just put him away for now. Right, let's just put him away for the moment. My usual detritus to tidy up. Then let's jump on Sting. Right, so it's a lovely hot day. Too hot, frankly. Oh, I've got vents in my jacket. Let's do those. Although they are pretty much covered up by the straps from my bag. Right. So I'm off to opticians to get me eyes checked. Get an up-to-date prescription to get these specs done. Driving specs done. I put this right next to a pillar. That's stupid. Right, now the observant may notice, I'm trying not to shout past the exhaust, but the observant might notice that I've got proper wing mirrors on it, rather than the little bar end ones. Now these are Halford's finest. I bought them on a whim last weekend with the intention to put them on onto Roo. I put them on Roo thinking, well, they're black, they look good, and they looked awful. That's what spurred me before putting my hand in my pocket and buying some. That's what spurred me to see whether or not I could get anywhere with the old ones, and did. I was amazed. I had given up on those. I'm trying to find a bit of footage from a previous video, but I did actually say that I'm not a magician when I looked at those. Well, abracadabra, appears I am. No, it's just a bit of time and effort. It's all these things generally take. This is such a scream, this little bike. Right, I don't think I'm going to be chatting to you all the way there. I might just zoom you through. But yeah, I think the intent for today, before I do zoom you through, the intent for today, and I'm not sure how much I'll film it because it just feels a little bit awkward doing it, but the intent for today is to just broaden my view of bikes, have a look at the sort of price and the sort of availability of what's around, and potentially, rather than make something ULEZ compliant for me, just buy it that's ULEZ compliant, a little bit more modern. Probably fuel injected rather than carburetted, but we'll see. Something that's ULEZ free from birth rather than from making it that way. I'm still not convinced, and I hate the fact that I'm being quite so indecisive as to which bike to ride and keep, etc, etc. I'm not sure I can be frankly asked to mess around with the XPS with Roo to get it ULEZ compliant, which is the one down on me keeping it at the moment. I'm also not entirely sure that a cruiser is for me in the long run. It's a lovely, comfortable ride, but I haven't had enough saddle time to work out, you know, whether or not it's love or whether or not it's just a temporary infatuation, because I get infatuated with every bike that I sit on, and they're always the best thing since sliced bread. I need a good ride on it, frankly. I had hoped to MOT it at Maitland, which is a nice sort of like 40-minute bimble, which gives me a good feel for the bike. I'm actually going for somewhere closer, somewhere Harrow, which is sort of, you know, a 20-minute, I suppose. Which won't give me quite the run out that I would otherwise get, but, you know, needs must, because I need to get the tyres at the same time. What you don't really get, and you kind of see it on screen a little bit, but, you know, I do a run up and down the road, or just round the block on bikes when I've been playing with them, toying with them, to work out what I need to do next, whether or not what I've done is correct, etc. It's not far enough, it's not fast enough to form a proper opinion. It's just to fundamentally make sure that things don't drop off it as much as anything else, which is why I steer clear of A roads or anything too busy and just stay on my own domestic estate. So let's before I rear end a car, let's just boost you through the rest of the journey, unless it's anything eventful on it. Okay, so that's the eyes done. Start bouncing around for shopping. Now I know there's a Kawasaki garage around the corner, because I've used it for MOTs before. I didn't use them again because they didn't give you any time for a free retest. Got the steering lock on. Yeah, the free retest was only available within a day, I think, which was a bit fucking ridiculous, frankly. But I know they've got some bikes, so let's go and have a bit of a look-see, shall we? literally around the corner. I'm just trying to remember which one. Does he?
Yeah, do you like it? You have a bike at home?
Would you like to rev it to make some noise?
Want to do the boom boom on it?
Yeah? If you come round this side then, mate. So if you go around this side.
Come this way.
Round this way. Round this way. If you come here, see this? You might need a hand. You need to twist it backwards, yeah? I'll hold you because I don't want you touching anything hot. Ready? Ready? Twist it. And again, and again. Oh, just mind the hot bits. That's okay, mate.
That's made it.
I'm going to go and look at more bigger bikes as well.
Yeah, you always go to that. Oh, don't you? You like the yellow bike? Yeah, it's nice, isn't it?
Bye bye, mate. Have a good day. No problem. Only a quick look. There's not a lot that really gets me. I do quite like the yellow Enfield there, Meteor 350. So that's just shy of £4 on the road. I can't find my zip. Yeah. No, it looks it's interesting. It's a bit smaller than I'm probably after, and it's brand new, which I hadn't really thought about, but that's quite cool. Right, let's nip round the corner. There's quite reasonable Enfields. That's the slightly more expensive one in blue, but yeah, okay. It's always a strange situation when possibly the nicest bike, I'm not sure if I'm going to get the footage in, but there was a young lad that I just gave a quick rip of the throttle where I wasn't thinking about filming, but they're saying, yeah, when the nicest bike that you see is a Harley outside of the hairdressers. I'm not saying they're hairdressers' bikes, Charlie, but form your own opinion. Right, now I do know, speaking of Harley, I think it's Harley and Triumph. There's a garage nearby. I've got to find it though. I'm not entirely sure how to get there, and I'm in no rush. And I might stop off for a bit of scran en route. I think I'm heading the right way. Watford General, it's near the hospital, I think. Oh, I see bikes there. You fucking moron! Fucking dickhead! Jesus Christ. Oh well, at least we've got it on camera. Twats. That sort of shit happens a lot. And it's not people trying to kill you. No point getting a persecution complex. It's just people not fucking looking. As if he can't hear me. Oh, fuck me. Found it. Triumph shop. Or Triumph and Harley Davidson round the corner. One for Carl. Leather, studs, tassels. Harleys. Triumph Thunderbird 1200, 2014 plate. I'm supposed to be trying to get something newer. Freaking love that. It's like my it's like my 650. It's like Roo on steroids. Love it. Right then, that's me back, and that is Roo looking resplendent in the sunshine. Finished off the last bit of polish, so the indicators front and rear, a couple of other little bits, bit of the handlebar stem, but it's looking pretty freaking amazing, and sounding that way too. A bit dusty, but just about everything that needed to polish up is polished up really well, and phenomenally well in some cases. Now, just for Bertie budget, I'm afraid I haven't got any tassels, mate, but there's the potential of a bit of man bag action. I haven't bought that today. That was a leftover from when I had the Virago. I took it off because I don't like bags on bikes, but it suits this one. There's a bit more bulk to it, and it can kind of carry it off, so I might see if I can get that on, but I'm in no massive rush, and quite frankly I quite fancy putting my feet up in the sun for a few minutes and just chilling. But yeah, brill bike. Results from my day. The lenses are on my way for my bike glasses. I'll do a proper review of that once they're here and I can actually try them out. That wasn't cheap, but I've got crap eyesight, that's what happens. My bike hunt, ultimately fruitless. I look at every bike and think, oh, I want that. I haven't found that bike that I look at and gone, I need that. I'm still not quite there, and I don't know if I want to spend a lot of money on a bike that I don't love yet. I don't know. I'll see what happens. The whole Ules piece isn't an immediate driver for me. It is in the summer, so I'm not in a huge rush and I need to chill out. I'll see what happens with this. This is MOT Saturday after it's had new front and rear tyres put on it. I'll get it MOT'd and then see what happens. I will either keep it and ride it, or I'll set it on at a very reasonable price, bearing in mind that I think I see these going for around £3,000, and I'm not going to be after anything like that, because I don't need to. I need money towards next project / maybe a future bike, and I don't want to feel like I'm ripping people off. But a beautiful bike. In this sort of fantastic weather, I'd love to go out on a nice long cruise with it, but I'm not prepared to do that until it's MOT, till that tyre is sorted, especially for my own safety. But until it's all MOT'd and legal, etc., then I don't want to go out on a nice long cruise with a cruiser. Hopefully when it's not raining, because I don't want to have to repolish all of that. Right, that'll do me all. Thanks very much. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for joining me on my birthday. I've had a fabulous day, and I hope you've enjoyed the little highlights from it. Cheers all. Ta-da. False ending, you fell for it again. I just remembered it had a tax disc on it. I need to sort that out and get it back on, don't I? Look at that. Bit of original. Let's see what I can do.